What's up, programming engineer? So for today, we will discuss polyphase systems. So under polyphase systems, we have these 8 topics. So the first would be three-phase systems, phase sequence, and phasor diagrams. So I think the first two we will discuss in this video. Okay, so let's define polyphase system. So it is a method of delivering AC power by more than two electrical conductors or phases that carries AC supply of same magnitude and frequency but offset in phase angle. Okay? So, fancy definition, ano? Para mas maintindihan natin yan, let's look at this example. So, imagine we have this system, okay? So, tandaan nyo guys, no, yung pinag-uusapan natin is method of delivering AC power. Okay? So, it is the system kung paano natin, kung paano yung system natin, paano yung setup ng system natin para makapagkuha tayo ng power efficiently sa ating supply. Okay? So, we have multiple choices of power supply and ito, no? So, let's look at the very first example. So imagine that you have two loads, 10 kilowatts each. So balanced yung load. May dalawa tayong load na equal yung kanyang power. Pantay yung kanyang power requirements. Okay? So with this, we can calculate the amount of current that these two loads will draw from our supply. So that's just the power, which is kung ipag-add natin to, this is 20 kilowatts divided by the voltage, which is 120 volt. That will give me 166.67 amps. So imagine, oops, ano yun, kapal. Okay, so this will draw a current of 167.67 amperes from the load. And from there, maghahati siya dito, no, into 83.33 amps. Okay? Equal lang yan guys kasi equal naman yung power requirements. Ibig sabihin, at equal voltages, equal yung currents na idodraw niya. Okay? Okay, so the problem with this is masyadong mataas yung current. Masyadong mataas yung dinodraw niya na current. And in turn, because mas madami tayong kailangan ipadaan na current, mas malaki yung kakailanganin natin na conductor. Okay? And the problem with that is conductors, especially copper, is very expensive, guys. So, as much as possible, we try to minimize the amount of copper that we use. So, we can adjust this system further to lessen the current. Okay? So, paano natin bababaan yung current? For the same amount of power, no, the power is equal to I times V. If gusto natin babaan si current, then therefore tataas yung voltage. Tama ba? So, let's modify the system further. Let's change our supply from 120 volts, gawin natin siyang 240 volts. Okay? So, with this system, what will happen is pwede natin i-compute ulit yung current. So, that will be 20 kilowatts pa rin because dalawang 10. And divided by 240, this time, it will now draw 83.33 amperes. Okay? So, yung current dito na dumadaloy is instead na 166 kanina, naging 83.3 amperes na lang. Okay? And therefore, na half natin yung amperage, yung current, and therefore, liliit naman din dito yung conductor. Okay? So, this is the same amount of load. Pansin? But this time, mas mababa yung current. And dito, yung current natin dito sa ating mga branches will be 41.67 amperes na lang. So therefore, yung mga wires natin dito, mas maliit na. As well as ito. Lahat actually ng wire, mas maliit na. Okay? The problem with this naman ngayon is, if you are in the load side, kunwari ikaw ito, tao ka, and andito ka, may access ka sa loads na to, the problem is that this is 240 volts. And of course, this is much more dangerous than dito. Yung kanina, 120 volts lang. No? So exposed ka, possible, sa 120 volts. Dito, 240 volts. So this is much more dangerous due to electric shock. And because of that, we can modify this system further into making this two, instead na naka-parallel, gawin natin silang naka-series. So, ayan, naka-series na yung dalawa. Kung makapansin nyo, yung loads natin, they will take up 120 volts each, no? Since equal naman sila ng wattage, therefore equal rin naman yun ng impedance and ng resistance. So, ganun pa rin, 83.33 amps pa rin yung kinukuha ng ating load sa ating supply. But this time, kung ikaw yung tao dito ngayon and may naka-expose ka sa load, ang mapapansin mo, itong load na to is only 120 volts na lang din. So which is, revert back tayo dito sa kanina, which is much safer, 120 volts, all the while supplying 83.33 amps. And therefore, we get the benefits of both, no? Dito, yung benefit na lower current, which is this one, but also the benefit of 120 volts yung na-expose tayo. Okay? So we combine the benefits of these two papunta dito. Okay? The problem with this one is that if, for example, itong isang load mo is dinisconnect mo, okay? So kapag inopen mo yan, it will render the whole circuit open. So, hindi mo na siya magagamit. Yung other load cannot exist without the other load. So, pangit. Hindi reliable yung system na to. Kahit na nakuha niya yung benefit ng dalawa. So, the next thing that we could do is, paano natin gagawin na kapag ito ay naka-off, meron ka pa rin supply doon sa isang load. So, let's connect a wire from this into this. Okay? And itong supply natin, instead na 240 dito sa buo, gawin natin, hatiin natin no, into dalawang 120. May 120 ka dito, may 120 ka dito, and it will look something like this. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, 120, meron tayong dalawang supply, 120, and pareho angle 0, and meron tayong neutral line. So ito na yung neutral line guys na tinatawag. Ano? So ayan na. And itong wires na to, this is the hot wires or live wires. Okay? So, dito dadaan yung current. So, bakit po walang dadaan dun sa gitna? Kasi, guys, kung mag-ano kayo dyan, kung mag-KVL kayo, yes, may current na dadaloy dapat dito, but may dadaloy naman din na current dito. Tama? May dalawang loops. And dito, kung mapapansin nyo, nagbubunggo sa neutral conductor, nagbubunggo yung dalawang currents. And if equal yung amount, or yes, equal yung current, it will cancel out. Okay? Then therefore, wala dapat talagang dumadaan na current dito sa neutral. In fact, neutral lines are considered non-carrying conductor. They're just there in cases of imbalance. Okay? Sila yung tagasalo. Let's say, ito is naging 90. Instead na 83.3, naging 90 ampere siya. So, pag nag-KVL ka dyan, no, may excess ka na around 6.66, tama ba? Yeah, may excess ka na 6.66 amperes. Yun na yung dadaan dun sa neutral. Okay? But other than that, yung purpose talaga nito is, ayan, we solved the problem of the previous system wherein kapag wala or open yung isa mong load, hindi mo na magagamit yung other load. This time, if i-open natin ito, no, i-open natin yan, your other load is also connected independently dun sa isang supply. Both will run independently of each other. Regardless kung nakakonect yung isang load or not. Gagana at gagana sila. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung mga benefits na first, 83.33 ampere. So, mas mababa na current and smaller wires. At the same time, for each load, 120 volts lang. And at the same time, mas reliable yung system natin because we can switch on and off the other load without affecting the other. Okay, so ayan, so far, nakuha na natin. So this time, let's try and introduce, kung mapapansin nyo, the supplies are both 120 degrees angle 0. Ibig sabihin, if this is my voltage supply and this is time, this is the voltage, the two supplies they are parehong-pareho. Pareho sila ng amplitude, pareho sila ng frequency, and pareho sila ng phase angle or nung starting angle. Pareho sila sa 0 nag-start. Okay, so this time, let's try what will happen if instead na sabay silang mag-i-start, i-offset natin yung isang supply by 180 degrees. So, instead na dyan siya mag-start, if this is my pi, this is my 2 pi, and this is my negative pi, yung other supply ko is something like this. Okay? So, hindi na sila in phase. Ayan, i-try natin guys na ito yung load natin dun sa pangalawang system natin. Okay? So, yung isa is 120, yung isa is angle 180. Okay, so kapag ganito yung supply natin, this is called split phase. Split phase system. Okay? So, out of phase by 180 degrees, and ang makikreate niya is 240 volts max voltage doon sa ating line to line. Okay? So, ito yung line to line or hot to hot na voltage. Okay? Yan. Yan sa between these two. Kanina is, yeah. So, ngayon, this is 240 angle 0. Bakit 240 angle 0 yan? Kasi itry nyo mag-KVL dito guys. Assuming na hindi nyo pa alam yung voltage dyan, let's name this voltage. Okay? Positive dito, negative dito. Mag-KVL tayo dyan. Okay, so let's write the KVL equation for this first is 120 angle 0, positive kasi sa positive lalabas. Then minus V. Then minus 120 angle 180. Okay? Equal to 0. So, ilabas natin to doon para makuha natin si V. So, ang V is 120 angle 0 minus 120 angle 180. And that will give me 240 angle 0. Okay? This is the voltage. Okay? So, this is our split phase system. Okay? So, let's try and change the phase. Kasi instead na 180 yung difference, what will happen if we offset the phase by only 120 degrees instead of 180? Okay? So, this will happen. Tingnan nyo yung unang supply is 120 angle 0 still. That is the reference. And yung second phase, or yes, the second supply is out of phase by 120 degrees. Okay, so kung makapansin nyo guys, mag-KVL ulit tayo dyan, dito ano, and let's name this as positive minus V, no? Ayan, dyan. Okay, so mag-KVL tayo, that's 120 angle 0, positive, minus V, minus 120 angle 120. Okay, so ilipat ko na yung V dun sa kabilang side, this is equal to V. So therefore, V is equal to, so the voltage is 207.846 angle negative 30 or, ayan, 207.85. Okay, pansin nyo, ano nangyari? Bumaba guys yung voltage. So kanina yung max voltage na na-feel natin dito sa split phase system, because 180 degrees yung difference nung angle, this is 240 angle 0. But because we introduce a phase difference of 120 degrees, yung maximum voltage as felt by the load dito, lowered down to 207 or 208 volts. Okay? So, ayan ano, we still got all of the benefits from the previous systems. Kinuha natin yung mga gusto natin. Una, mababa na current, mababa na voltage, independent yung loads. But this time, just by tweaking the angle of the supply, nakita natin that yung maximum voltage as seen by the load is decreased to a much safer level. No? Kanina 240, ngayon 207.85 na lang. So, ayan, no? Nakita niyo na yung benefits ng ating systems. And, ayan, may isa ka pang neutral line dito no, na hindi ginagamit. What if to maximize this system, magdagdag pa ako dito ng isang load and isa pang voltage supply. Okay? So if we do that, it will look now something like this. And mapansin nyo, the phase differences between the three supplies or the three phases is 120 degrees. Okay? From 0 to 120, 120 to 240, lahat yan, 120 degrees yung differences with each other. Okay? And if mag-KVL ka dito sa big loop na ito ulit, ganun pa din yung makakuha mo. 208 pa rin. Angle negative 30. Okay? So, the difference between the two is that no? Same naman yung voltage, same yung current, same yung maximum voltage as seen by the load, but dito we have three loads. Ito, dalawang 10 kilowatts lang kanina. Ito, 30 kilowatts na to guys. All the while maintaining 83.3 amperes current doon sa ating conductors and 208 volts doon sa ating maximum voltage sa load. No? And ito guys, ito yung tinatawag nating polyphase system or three-phase. Ito, specifically, this is called three-phase system. Okay, so bakit three-phase system? Because you have three supplies, you have three conductors, you have three loads or three lump of nodes. May ano ka, may tatlo kang provision for loads, may tatlo kang abang for loads. Okay? So basically, yun lang, may three usable supply ka na pwedeng magamit. Okay? So that is the three-phase system or kung mas marami pa, 4, 5, 6, basta mas marami sa 1, generally that is called a polyphase system. So more than one polyphase. May two-phase, may three-phase, may four-phase. So sa Pilipinas and sa halos lahat ng countries actually, the most popular phase system is the three-phase system. Ito yung palaging ginagamit natin. So bakit po? Bakit nag-stop tayo sa three-phase system? It is because ito yung pinaka-efficient and pinaka-optimal, not only in terms of power distribution but as well as economic din. Kasi ito kung mapapansin niyo 3 wires 'to, 'pag mag 4 phase tayo 4 na wire 'yan, 'pag mag 5 phase tayo 5 wire and so on and so forth. And habang dumadami yung phases natin, dumadami rin yung wire, although napapaliit nga natin siya, 'pag dinamihan pa natin, mapapagastos pa rin naman tayo sa conductor. So what they did was they settled for 3 phase na lang and ayun na yun. Naging standard na siya for the whole world actually. Lahat ng countries 3 phase system yung ginagamit. Okay? So again, let's go back to the definition of polyphase systems. Ano? It is a method of delivering AC power by more than two electrical conductors or phases that carries AC supply of the same magnitude and frequency but offset in phase angle. Okay? So ayan lang no, polyphase is yung kumbaga yung setup ng system natin. Ilang wires ang ginagamit natin, ilang supply, no? Ilang provisions for loads and ayun, yun yung ating polyphase system. But always remember that yung supply natin will be of the same magnitude and frequency but only offset in phase angle. Magkakaiba lang sila ng phase angle just like this one. Okay? So if we have this one, this is dalawang phase ito. Kung mapapansin nyo, same magnitude, same yung frequency niya, and offset lang siya. Magkaibang time lang sila ng start. Okay? So, ayan. I hope I hope you understand what three-phase systems or polyphase systems in general. Ngayon, let's move on to three-phase system or sorry, phase sequence. Okay, so ito lang yung pares ng drawing natin guys. Ayan, asa na yan? Pares lang nito. No? But this time, tatlo na yung ating supply. Hindi lang dalawa. Because this is three-phase sa pinag-uusapan natin. So, kung three-phase guys, of course, we have three voltage. Sorry. Okay, before that, i-summarize muna natin itong mga nangyari dito. So, let's compare yung single phase. Ito guys, phi, no? This is phi, Greek letter phi. Yan yung ginagamit natin na shortcut for phase. Okay? So, this is single phase, split phase, and three phase. Let's compare these three. Okay? Dun sa kaninang mga ginawa natin. So, the first one is the source. So, sa single phase kanina, it is 120 volts. Dito sa split phase, ito ay isang 120. Dito ay dalawang 120. Tama? And 180 degrees apart. And dito sa three phase natin is tatlong 120, 120 degrees apart. Okay? So that is for the source. Ang load naman dito is 2, 10 kilowatt. Dito naman is 2, ganun din, 10 kilowatt. Dito ay 3, 10 kilowatt loads. Okay? Yung current, dito ang napansin natin is 83 points. Ay, hindi. Ang current natin dito sa single phase is 166. Okay, load current or yung current felt by the load dito is 83.33. Dito is ganun, hindi. Ito yung split phase, ano? So dito guys, yung mafe-feel dito na load is 1. So for example, meron ka dito ang dalawang loads, 20 kilowatts. Ang I mo dito is 20 kilowatts divided by 240 angle 0. So this is, dito naman sa split phase, assume that you have a load of 20 kilowatts. So the current that you will feel is 83.33 ulit. 83.33. And dito is ganun din, 83. Okay? Yung line current naman, so i-differentiate na natin guys, no, yung load current and yung line current. Dito sa example na to, this is a very good example. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron 83.33, meron kang 166.67 amperes. So kapag pinag-uusapan natin ay line current, ito yung total current or itong dito sa line. So isipin nyo yung line is siya yung nagsusupply dun sa lahat ng loads natin or dun sa ating buong system, this being the system. So kung yan yung system ko, ito yung dalawang wires na nagsusupply or ito yung dalawang line na nagsusupply. Tama? So kung ano man yung current dyan, that is what we call the line current. And itong pumapasok naman sa mga loads natin, ayan, dyan, yung mga pumapasok dyan na current, that is the load current. Okay? So dito sa single phase, ang line current natin is 166. Dito sa split phase natin, that is ganun pa din, 83.33. Dito ay 83.33. Okay? Max voltage. Ito sa single phase, it is 120 volts. Dito sa split phase is 240 volts. And dito sa three phase, it is 208 volts. Okay? So, look, mapapansin nyo, sa three-phase system, yung load at line current, 83.3 lang. Yung voltage natin is 208. Ang power na na-deliver natin is 30 kilowatts. As compared dito, 20 kilowatts pareho. Dito, yung line current dito is 166, mataas. Yung voltage dito is 240, mataas din. Okay, so we got all the benefits pag dito tayo sa three-phase. Okay? So let's move on dito sa ating phase sequence. So itong phase sequence, guys, ito lang naman yung ating supply. Okay? So if you can, okay, so kung makikita mo to, if yan, ito yung supply natin kanina. We have two voltage supplies. Ito is out of phase by pi or 180 degrees. This time, ito ay tatlong supplies but the phase angle is 120 degrees. Okay, so paano natin kinukuha yung phase angle, guys? So we know that one rotation to get the phase angle, that is what? We just get one rotation and divide by number of phases. Okay, so ito, 360. Since three phase ito, yung angle difference is 120 degrees. Okay? Three phase. So imagine for four phase, this will be 360 divided by 4 and this will be 90 degrees. Okay? Ito yung phase difference kapag four phase ka naman. And so on and so forth. Okay? So ito, since tayo ay three phase, nakita mo tatlo yung supply, the angle difference will be 120 degrees. So we can write equations for these three. So yung EAN, EBN, and ECN, ito guys yung voltage supply, no? Ang reference is neutral. A to neutral, B to neutral, C to neutral. So we can write this as EM or Emax nung AN sin omega t. Ang angle natin dito is 0 kasi siya yung reference and siya yung phase A. This will be EM or max voltage nung BN sin omega t plus minus 120 degrees. And this will be EM CN sin omega t angle 240. Okay? So, ayan guys, minus 120, no? Because B will lag AN by 120 degrees. Mauuna guys si EAN. Okay? So, imagine nyo, ito si EAN, BN, and ito si CN. Kung ang waves natin ay papunta doon, imagine nyo, ito ay waves ng dagat, tubig, no? Yung tatlong waves na yan, sino yung unang makakarating dito sa finish line na to? Okay? EAN will be the first one, ito. And after 120 degrees, susunod si BN. And after another 120 degrees, susunod naman si CN. Okay? So, ganun siya guys. Kaya ganito yung kanyang equations. Okay? Okay, so punta naman tayo sa phasor diagrams nung tatlo. So, this is the EAN, this is the EBN, and this is the ECN. Okay, so this is the EAN, EBN, ECN. Okay, tandaan nyo guys that our convention is positive pag counterclockwise. Okay? So, yung isipin nyo, ito ay LC, no? Imagine nyo lang, LC to ng electric fan. Itong buong to. So, kung iikot yan guys, pag ganito yung ikot niyan. Okay? And isipin nyo, may reference line tayo or finish line na tinatawag, yung sinasabi kong finish line kanina. Pag umiikot tong buong to, ang mauuna dyan is si EAN. Tama? And kapag umiikot to, magiging ganito yung itsura niya. Tama? Then, pag umikot ulit, magiging ganito na. Okay? Ito naman ngayon yung EBN. Ito yung EAN. Ito yung ECN. Okay? Then, pag umikot ulit siya, ang susunod naman ngayon is si ECN. Yung tatama din. Tama ba? Then, after that, si EAN ulit. Then, si EBN ulit. And then, si ECN ulit. Okay, so ganun lang siya guys. Ganun nyo lang siya isipin. Pag nasa phasor tayo. Okay, sino yung nauuna, sino yung nauhuli. Imagine nyo lang or tandaan nyo lang that this should be rotating counterclockwise and meron kang reference dyan na finish line. So, kung sino yung mauunang makarating dun sa finish line na yon, then siya yung nagli-lead. Okay? So, this is positive sequence. Tinatawag natin positive sequence. Bakit? Kasi yung order ng pagkakasunod-sunod or yung order pala ng pagtatama doon sa ating reference is una si A, then si B, then si C. Tama? Una si A, tatama si B, tatama si C. Ito naman guys, this is what we call negative sequence. Bakit? Unang tatama si A, pangalawang tatama si C, pangalawang tatama si B. Okay? Ganun pa rin yung kanyang rotation. Mind you. Nagkabaligtad lang ng order si B at si C. So this is what we call the ABC sequence and this is what we call the ACB sequence. This is the negative sequence and this is the positive. And next is actually meron pa tong karugtong. This is what we call the zero sequence. Okay? So, tandaan nyo guys, minsan kasi ang given sa atin ay itong equations na to. Okay, so tandaan nyo that EAN, EBN, and ECN, EAN, EBN, and ECN, how you get that is, naalala nyo, this should be RMS. Okay, so this is maximum value. So, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite as EM AN over the square root of 2. Okay? And angle 0 degrees. Okay? So this is our EAN. Ito naman is, this is EMBN over square root of 2. Tandaan nyo, maximum to, maximum. So this is the RMS. Okay? RMS yung kinukuha natin. Okay? So these are equations for EAN, EBN, and ECN given the maximum values of the voltage. Okay, so this is negative 120, this is negative 240, or actually this can also be written as, instead na angle negative 240, this can be written as angle 120 degrees. Okay? Bakit? Look at this. So ito EAN, that is angle 0 kasi nasa reference siya. Si EBN, this is angle negative 120 because ito guys, this angle is negative 120. Tama? From here to here, that is negative 120 kasi clockwise. Tama? And from here to here, that is negative 240. Okay? Or that is also from here to here, that is positive 120. Okay? So these two are equal. So pwedeng negative 240, pwede rin positive 120. Okay po ba? Okay. So ayan, the next question is, how do we connect the loads or yung ating supply? Okay? Katulad nito sa three-phase systems, paano natin siya kinoconnect? Okay? Itong tatlong power supply or voltage supply natin. Kung mapapansin nyo dito, we connect it parang pa-letter T. So kung mapapansin nyo, pinagdaanan na natin tong lesson na to sa ating circuits 1 and mukha siyang Y setup. Okay? So we have actually two types of connection sa ating three-phase system. We have Y connection and we have delta connection. Okay, so naalala yung Y delta transformation natin for resistors. So we will blow that up into whole systems, no? Hindi na lang resistors. Okay? So this is what a Y connected generator looks like. Okay? So this is the first genset, this is the second genset, and this the third genset. Okay guys, so hanggang dito muna tayo sa phasor diagrams. Next lesson, we will discuss how the supplies, katulad nito sa ating three-phase systems, how they are connected. Katulad itong tatlo, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi siya naka-series, hindi rin siya naka-parallel yung tatlo, but they are parang ganyan. Okay? So what is that type of connection? If you could remember sa ating circuits 1, it is a Y connection. Okay? And we also have delta connection. And we will discuss these two types of connection in the next meeting or in the next video. Okay? So itong Y and ito yung delta. Okay? So I hope you could still remember your Y delta transformation and counterpart delta Y. So that will be it. Thank you and see you next video. Bye-bye.